You know, every time I turn around, I find more new car keys, and they start everything from sports cars to sport utes. So let's try a few of them out. If there's one car for 2004 that American enthusiasts have been waiting for more than any other, it has to be the new Ford GT. Inspired by America's first real supercar, the Ford GT40 of the 1960s, the 04 GT is the most exciting thing to roll out of Michigan since the Detroit Red Wings. But while it may look like the car that conquered Le Mans, the GT shares little with its illustrious predecessor. While the winning GT40 was a mere 40 inches high, the new GT is taller and over 1.5 feet longer. The lightweight body panels are made of aluminum and carbon fiber instead of the 60s-era fiberglass, and surround a complex all-aluminum space frame chassis, which is much lighter and stiffer than the GT40 steel monocoque. Its supercharged 5.4-liter V8 engine easily makes 500 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque while meeting all modern emission standards, and should allow the 3,200-pound GT to hit a top speed of almost 190 miles per hour. But the difference that will matter to many drivers is the roomy retro-style cabin that's a far cry from the cramped, noisy cockpit of a 60s race car.
Being a big fan of the original GT40, I can tell you that this car is everything the original was and more. The GT is stunning to look at in person. It's hip, high, and rakish. I feel like I'm ready to take the pole at Le Mans.
Ford plans to build about 1,500 GTs a year for a bargain supercar price of less than $150,000. So sign us up. Coming back down to earth, we turn to a much more affordable sporty two-door, the 2004 Toyota Camry Solara. Looking leaner and lower than the previous Camry Solara, this all-new Kentucky-built model is actually longer and taller and rides on a stretch 107.2-inch wheelbase. Power comes from either a 2.4-liter four-cylinder engine with 157 horsepower or a new 3.3-liter V6 with 225 horsepower. That's 27 horses more than last year's V6. Transmission choices are a 5-speed manual, 4-speed automatic, or an all-new 5-speed sequential automatic.
The first thing you notice about the new Solara is the styling. It looks a lot cooler than the previous generation. But really the best thing about the car is the handling. It handles a lot better. It's still not a sports car, but it's still a lot of fun to get behind the wheel and throw it around.
The interior also reflects the new Solara's sportier bent with sharper dash styling and features like optional satellite radio. The 2004 Camry Solara will be available in SLE, SE, and SE Sport models. Prices start at just over $19,000 for the 4-cylinder model and under $22,000 for the V6. If you favor something with a few more doors from a domestic brand, then we suggest you check out the vastly improved midsize 2004 Chevrolet Malibu. Looking like the Chevy engineers just got back from a European vacation, the Malibu is built on GM's new Epsilon front drive platform, the same one used on the impressive new Saab 9-3. It's available as either a 4-door sedan or a very flexible Malibu Max 5-door hatchback. The sedan is powered by a standard 145 horsepower Ecotec 4-cylinder. GM's new 3.5-liter 200 horsepower V6 is optional on the 4-door and standard on the Max. Both come attached to a 4-speed automatic. The Malibu sedan rides on a very rigid 106.3-inch wheelbase, while the Malibu Max is 6 inches longer at 112.3. This gives the Max the rear cabin environment of a limousine, complete with overhead skylights and available DVD player. Side curtain airbags are also an option. The split rear seat slides fore and aft 7 inches and also folds. Combined with a folding front passenger seat, you can carry items up to 9 feet long. Prices start at $19,000 for the Malibu sedan and just over $22,000 for the highly flexible Malibu Max. And we'll grab hold of a few more sets of car keys in just a few weeks.